Love you guys. Short hugs. Short hugs. See you, dude.
I just want to say first, thank you for being here. I know it sounds like such a cliche thing to say, but it has been incredibly overwhelming for our entire family for the last few days to see what an impact Jamilyn made. People is who she loved, and it has been a complete flood and reminder. Phone call after phone call, text, Facebook message. Our news feeds have been completely overtaken by pictures of Jamie and stories and reminders of what she's done and the impact she's made. And as a family, it's meant the world to us. Over the last few days, we've also spent some time just remembering her as a family, going through some of her things and treasuring each of these moments that we have. And Saturday night, actually, I came across this huge tub that she'd left at my parents' house, and it was full of journals. That girl loved to journal. All the way back to when she was like 4, 5, 6, 7, she'd have, the lock and key kind and hide it from me and Lauren because she wanted to put all her secrets in there and not tell us anything. So I sat there for a long time and just read page after page, and it was amazing to watch the journey from just a little girl telling her day-by-day stories, and then her struggles, and then as she grew, the fight and the journey to become the woman who she was today, and the beauty of the ones towards the end that were so rich. I couldn't even believe it was my own sister. But one stands out. And I'm not going to lie, I wasn't expecting this one. The very top of the journal entry said, Britt and Lauren's BF questions. And I read it because I was thinking, boyfriend questions? Like, is that questions she was going to ask us about her boyfriends, or what is this? And as I read further, there was a list of 14 questions. They were all numbered. Of course, because she was organized. And as I continued to read, I very quickly realized that it was her list of questions she was going to ask our potential boyfriends to find out if they met her standard. So I got to read these to you because I laughed pretty hard. They range in variety. And one starts, it says, what are 2 of your goals? His sense of humor, completely sold out for Christ, because we all know that that was the most important thing to her. But then we take a totally left turn, and number 4 is, what's his favorite color? And then we're back. How does he treat his mother and his sisters? Does he submit to authority? My all-time favorite. What's his favorite basketball team? If any of you know our family, basketball was kind of an important thing in our house. But then it went further. She wanted to know if not only he liked basketball, if he liked college basketball. Does he like our crazy family? This is so Jamie. What is his 10-year plan? I didn't even know the answer to that question. How many girlfriends has he had? Does he agree fully with the Bible? Is he upfront and honest? And how many siblings does he have? And as silly as that sounds, it was such a perfect example of Jamilyn, because all those things were important to her, from the smallest thing as a basketball team to, is he sold out for Christ? But that was it. It was so simple. People and a relentless chase after God. This is who Jamilyn Renee Hull was. You see, Jamie understood what it meant to find what you're living for. She wasn't consumed with the newest, latest, greatest temporary highs. What can I get from me? Selfie-loving, insatiable era that exists today. In a world that self-absorption seems to be the acceptable norm, Jamie furiously chose the path less traveled, one that was a lot less popular, a path of passionate pursuit and a selfless love for others. They say that eyes are the window into the soul. And one thing is for sure, Jamie knew how to connect to your soul. When she talked to you, her eyes lit up. You were the most important thing to her in that moment. and she listened with an honest fervor. I'd venture to say that if you interacted with Jamie in any way, whether you had known her for 2 days or 26 years, she'd made you feel like you were her best friend. She was intentional, far past just the first or second or third time that she was around you. It was the 15th and the 23rd where she, time after time, pursued you and made it her mission to study each person that was standing right in front of her, taking the time to know every little detail about that person. She was genuine. So then there's this relentless chase after God part. The piece of Jamilyn that made up her entire being. Jamie got it. She didn't get caught up in religion or politics about the church way. She believed in the one true living God, and she made sure her life was about making him famous. From an early age, she understood what it meant to have a true, honest relationship with Jesus Christ. And I, along with many others, had the privilege of seeing up close and personal the life transformation that can only come from knowing him. And here's a little secret I'm going to let you all in on. Jamilyn wasn't perfect. She wasn't mistake-free. She didn't have it all together. As her sister, I saw her wrestle and making decisions. I saw the struggle between pleasing man and pleasing God, the fight between right and wrong, the everyday struggles as humans walk through. But the one undeniable difference in Jamilyn's life was she buried herself so deeply into knowing what Jesus Christ said about her that all the other struggles and decisions became less important. And the one thing that was most important rose to the front every single time: her chase after him. Last Christmas, I gave Jamilyn this bracelet that had the word Wild Heart engraved in it. And if you look up that word, it just simply says an unrestrained center of a being, an adventurer. That encompassed who Jamilyn was. She had one of the most beautiful wild hearts I'd ever seen. She chased down the world unafraid, and all of us who had the opportunity to be a part of her life saw the untamed spirit become a world changer. She's challenged me. So here's my challenge to all of us. What are we living for? What have we dedicated ourselves to? Are we making the most of every single opportunity we have in front of us? Are we intentionally and furiously loving those people within our reach? Are we slowing down and letting them know that they are the most important thing to us? The good news is it's not too late. We can start today. So let's get after it, y'all.
To love the Lord always, to live life to the fullest, to not live with regret,